Yo, titties, big ass titties.
Big ass titties.
I don't know, man. I just tried to have some fucking energy with coming in on this shit. I don't know, man. This is not the normal episode. Like, we recorded once already. Actually, hasn't even been posted. I might post it, but for all those that know, my nigga, we come to y'all like live from LA, like, and anybody who's just fucking in existence right now, like who lives on this earth, understands like what's happening in this world right now.
In the city.
For those, I mean, I have to say the world, bro. Like, for those that may not know or may not have been completely informed, Nipsey Hussle has passed. He's, I don't know, I guess in the words of Wayne, when you great, it's not murder, it's assassinate. So for me, like, Nip was great. Like, Nipsey was assassinated, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's TJ, Brian, EJ, Stevie here, KT, Breezy here. We at the Dirty Laundry Shop, of course. And again, this is kind of just like an impromptu episode, man. Like, we don't usually do shit on Mondays. This is gonna like go up and get done and post it right now as soon as we finish. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm a nigga from Compton, bro. Like, I just seen, like, not on no shit like that. I just seen Nip and Lauren London, like, in December at the Jay-Z show. Like, walked up on this nigga, dapped him, like, spoke to him and everything. Cool nigga, like, by himself, no security, just him and his lady out enjoying the show. And, like, I don't know, man. Like, that shit, I don't know, niggas was alive when Tupac died, but I don't think niggas really, like, was able to resonate and have their own memories of a nigga. Like, everything that Tupac, when, like, Tupac talked about, like, what America did to his babies and everything, like, that's a part of the big reason he resonates with people. So when we look at Nip, for our generation, Nip was that. Like, Nip preached financial freedom, black empowerment in every way, like financial freedom, like everything that he could possibly, entrepreneurship, like, I don't know.
I
like,
think that's where Nip, for me personally, makes more of an impact. Like, Pac made an impact, but like Nip was, I don't know,
the city. Like,
yeah, Nip was ours. Like, as much as Pac was like, as much as Pac repped LA, like, when you listen to Pac songs, you heard LA as a tourist. Like, you heard LA from a tourist point of view. Like, to live in that. When Nip talked about this, Nip talked about us. Like, Nip talked about us.
Buying the block back.
Yeah, like, buying the block back, our city.
I'm not talking about just him, like, talking about it. Like, Nip was tangible to me in the way other artists are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a fan of all these artists, and a lot of artists might say some shit that it's like, I'm doing it, but you can't see, but, you know, I'm doing it behind closed doors. You know, you might not see what I'm doing, but we always working. And, you know, niggas decide that they don't want to cut their hair, and that makes you really for the community and shit.
Talk about my hairline.
I'm not talking about you.
No. TJ got a thing with, like, Hotep niggas and the fake, like, oh,
I'm talking about just like just the like your regular favorite artist. Like, I love Cole, but like Cole hasn't done for me what Nip has. Like,
but we not from North Carolina.
Just like his substance in his music was just different.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh no, okay, go ahead.
Just the tangible, like Nip. Everybody, people talk about things in their music. Like, I watch Nip from, I would say, like, I first got hip to Nip G. I was like in 2010. Like, and Nip brought me through anything as small as a fucking research paper, through actual active things in my life. I've listened to this man start to finish. I watched him from mixtapes, literally say, we're gonna buy back the block. Then I watched
bro, like, niggas like Hustle in the House coming on Power 106 back in the day. Like,
and
nigga,
I watched him buy back the block. Like, there's no way, I don't give a shit where you're from. There's no way you are from Southern California and you don't frequent Crenshaw. That's an LA staple. Like, you're gonna go down there.
No,
like,
I think that became a place now that became a tourist place for Nick. Like, it became a mecca of tourism. Like, for me, I always felt like West LA was the black mecca for LA. Like, when you think black people, you go down to West LA, like, there's a certain spirit for black people in West LA, like Crenshaw District, Slauson, Baldwin Hills, all of that. And I'm a person from Compton, like, and I know you listen to people from West LA, like Dom and shit from Leimert Park, say, like, Watts is the motherland, and, like, I love Watts, but to me,
there's dope ass song, by the way,
without a doubt. And I mean, of course, Dom, another disciple of Nipsey, another, like, little bro to Nipsey in LA, YG, and, like, these people, bro, like, I don't know, man, like, yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I was finna say. Like, I can't.
Just lost for words, man.
Yeah, I can't get my thoughts together, bro. Yeah,
right now, man. Like,
and this is so different, bro, because at the everything, like, at the other stuff in the city, you see the city on edge. You see the city ready to get fucked up, and, like, I'm not gonna None of us are. Like, we're not going to go into details about the situation, about the shooter, about the relationship, none of that. But what I will say is that for those who haven't taken the time to do their own research on it, please feel free. I oftentimes give insight and like information on things that I might have or that I might know about certain topics. This is not going to be one of those. For those that don't know, just because of just a bunch of reasons personally for me. So yeah, like, but with Pac, it was a complete different thing, bro. Like, I think the city was kind of on edge because it was like
I feel like Pac was like the voice of like the world.
But I think it was something going on in the midst of that. Like, it was a battle that we sided with Tupac with. Like, it was a battle that sightings happened when that led up to like there were things preceding Tupac's death that allowed, or that I think made it to where it was a side to where the city got mad at somebody. I think this is one of those, like, there's nothing preceding it, so there's no anger. It's just hurt right now. Like, it's just hurt. Like, we're blindsided and we're hurt. Like, with Tupac, you heard Tupac talk about, like, give premonitions of his death and talk about those things. With Nipsey Hussle, only thing you heard about was life and flourishment, and like even talking about facts, like how you die after 30 after banging all them years. Like, we just talked about that, literally that line. So it's kind of like, yeah, that's something that's like, nigga, we literally, like, Nip was having a cookout, bro. Like, it was people there, like, it was food, and he taking pictures with babies.
What was going on that day, yesterday?
Yeah, like, niggas was out. So it's like, again, I'm not gonna speak. It was just like he was present though, bro. Like, it's just a different thing. So it's kind of like, it's not no animosity or no beef that already had us on edge, and then we lost one of ours in the midst of some shit. It's not that. Like, this was a complete fucking blindside to us. And at least for me, like, come on, bro. Like, Nip was just in GQ with his lady, with Lauren London, and like, my God, like, prayers out to her, the children, his family.
I can only imagine what she's going through right now, man.
Black Sam, like, yeah, like, and even like, word is that Sam got hit in it as well. Like, prayers up to Black Sam, man. I don't know, bro. Like, everybody, Pac-Man, like, it's a lot of words. Like, it's a lot going on about who supposedly got hit and was around when that happened. But just to me, like, all of them, like, just like when he named in the song, he just ran down the list, bro. You just said you feel for all those people, like, yeah. So it's just like, prayers up to him and his family, and it just didn't feel right to not at all mention or touch on this, because it's like this morning, bro, I literally was, yesterday when it happened, like, the way the news came through to me, I think it was preceding a lot of like news reports that was happening. I was finding out, and I was numb yesterday, man, like completely numb. Like, I couldn't.
I was in disbelief, bro. I didn't want to. Yeah,
like I couldn't get a grip on myself. Like, I couldn't even respond to people like that was texting me like, yo, Nip dead. Like, only thing I could be like was like, yo, I feel you. Like, just
usually I'll wake up in the morning like, damn, like, what I gotta do? I got this going on. I got that. Like, as soon as I woke up, Nipsey Hussle was on my mind. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
bro, yeah, like, I slept for 3 hours last night, bro. Woke up, like, I had to wake up in the middle of the night just to do a workout. Like, I felt so numb that I had to like work out because I just needed to feel pain. Like, I just needed to feel something. Yeah. Like, I was that numb because of this. So for me, like,
I said I wasn't prepared for it. What? Like, you've had, like, there's been artists who died, but I didn't really. Like, I've talked about him on this podcast a number of times, just about how he's my favorite artist and all this other shit. But I didn't realize, like, the impact of him being gone, how that would affect me.
It touched the city in a crazy way.
People,
and I think, like,
I can only imagine, like, not to cut you off, bro. I just was talking about on the last episode, like, I talk about all the time. If I ever meet Jay, I'm just gonna cry. I'm just gonna fucking cry. Like, I'm just going to cry. That's it. For Nip, bro, like, that shit is kind of like, yeah, that's your favorite, bro. Please, like. I feel like that's your favorite artist. Like, I loved Nip, and he was one of my top 5. But like, he was your favorite artist. It's like one of your best friends. I could say that. So it's like,
and it's not like, and like I always say, like,
and you grew up, like, that's another thing. It's like whose
music was with me for input, and I didn't think about that until yesterday when I was like, why does this hurt so much? And I kind of was talking. I was talking to Shanique about it. I was talking to you. I was talking to Jay about it, and just the impact that he's had on people's lives. I did not really bring that into effect. And it's not just because of his music. Like, when I watch him maneuver as a man, as a businessman, and what he's done.
A mogul.
Yeah, then the precedent has set for our community, for our people. Like, that was one thing that I guess really drew me to him more than music. Like, he was doing things, like we always say, like, or like I was saying earlier, like, artists talk about it, but it's very rare that you get to watch them build from bottom to top. Like, tangible, like I can go down, walk into the Marathon store, remember when that shit was just some
Man.
you know, wooden, what's like little wooden shit with the glass up front, and now it's turned into this big, amazing. So it looks like it could be somewhere on motherfucking Melrose or some shit like that. And he did that, and he put it in this. Then he's sitting here, he's explaining to us how to build back the block, to put back more money in our community, to even the thing with Dr. Sebi, like taking on all of these things at the peak of his career. Like, to be a Grammy-nominated artist, you usually only get one or the other. You get a David Banner who will tell you all the knowledge, all of the great things, but nobody, but you know, David Banner not.
You'll never get Killer Mike nominated for a Grammy. You'll never get David Banner nominated for a Grammy.
When you see
Nipsey was in GQ, nominated for a Grammy, and still loved in his hood. Still did not forget about his people, even though the rest of the world started to develop an affinity and a love for him. He didn't forget us, bro. Like
that's the part that resonates to me. Like, you have, and I'm not taking away from any artist because I still love their music. I still consider them icons, but I don't. Even like Hove and B are like on an ivory tower to me. They're not really like tangible like that. Like, I know they're doing things.
I mean, let's not sleep on what Jay's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? He's.
Oh no, I'm not sleeping on it, but it's
but you have
like Nipsey was giving free business classes.
No, absolutely.
To people. Like,
no, but
what I'm saying,
Nip
like,
is a disciple of Jay. So when you talk about that, like,
and
you have to
Ross.
understand who was one of the. I fuck with Ross because he's preaching wealth. Like, I fuck with, like, they killed Dr. Seb because he preaching health. I fuck with Rick Ross because he preaching wealth. Like, I agree. Nipsey was a disciple of Jay. When Nipsey sold that album for $1,000, Jay went and bought them shits because he was like, nah, fuck with this. I'm gonna support him. He did both. Remember, he did one for 100 first, and then the second one he did for 1,000. And niggas thought he was really crazy for that.
Yeah.
And it completely innovative, bro. When you listen to, like, he was.
Yeah, man. That
God bless the dead, man.
It's still unreal to me, man. Like, I woke up this morning, like, and I text my girl. I was like, dog, like, this shit really, like, hurt me. Like, and again, like, I know Tupac was like a whole nother generation. Like, that one hurt too. But, like, this just felt too close to home. You know what I mean?
Again, Tupac
like,
was a visitor that represented us.
No,
Tupac to me was an elected official. Not like that. And with all due respect to that man, Tupac was a mayor of this motherfucker. Cool. Like, he cool. But Nip was one of us, bro. Nip was our Fred Hampton. Nip was our Huey P. Newton. Nip was our Martin Luther King. Nip was our Malcolm X, bro. Nip would, all that. Like, Nip was that, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like he's.
And that's what I'm saying, like, bro. Like, again,
nah, I'm not here for, bro. Look, like, I don't know. Everybody else can feel their way. Like, I'm a person that is in love with who Fred Hampton was, just how young he was, what he led, what he did. And to me, when I listen to Nip, bro, it was that. Like, like, you heard things that was not just, man, that shit just wasn't about no motherfucking rap. That shit wasn't about gangbanging. That shit just wasn't about the city.
And
like, that shit was about his people.
Like, people on check, bro, talking about, like, they want to do, like, RIP shirts. Like, I don't want to build no capital off this man's death. Like,
no. My thing with people, I mean, not to cut you off. And now
if you want to do it and hand it out to make sure people got it, and to make sure people are living his memory, you want to paint a mural, you want to do that, like, I'm all for it, bro. Y'all, like, don't get me wrong. I'm a nigga that came up where y'all was selling Laker t-shirts and everything else out this bitch. Like, what I cannot do, bro. Like, there's many other ways to profit off this man's death. He gave you a lot of words and a lot of insight and a lot of knowledge.
Don't put that
that's
man face on the shirt.
Yeah,
that is
like,
that's anything that I want to put out in this episode is don't. And I'm not knocking people because I know you just said it, but like I was overwhelmed by the sending prayers, sending love, sending prayers, sending loves, send action. That man, that man labeled out what he was about. He was about building. If you wanna support Nipsey Hussle, take your ass down there and buy more marathon clothes.
He even said it for himself, like, don't pray for me, ride for me.
Yes,
and
niggas
said that in that interview with Tariq Nasheed, whatever his name.
And don't take riding for him. Don't take riding for him to have these unified tantrums and fucking the streets up.
Like, he wouldn't want
a man
that.
who please. Like, I don't beg people for shit. I'm literally begging anybody who's listening to this, anybody who listens to this and knows somebody in that situation, a man who pushed for buying back our community, please do not go burning shit down. Please don't go rioting. Please don't go killing each other.
He wouldn't want that, man. He even said that.
That is the complete opposite idea, and we've done that so many times and got the same.
It has never once
thing.
helped us.
If you really want to do something in honor of Nip, if you really want to defend Nip, if you want to hold down Nip's memory, go find a fucking abandoned building in your neighborhood and get a bunch of niggas and just go start doing shit.
Yes.
Just start clean. If you see local business owners in your neighborhood that need help, go fucking help them.
You get your niggas together.
Throw all your money in the pot, bro. Throw your money in the pot. Buy back the block.
Like
and
you just said.
I feel like we just have to educate ourselves on that topic as well. You know what I'm saying? Like even though we can live through his words, but I feel like as a black culture, we should be maneuvering like that anyways.
We are actively doing it as we speak. Yeah. I sit here inside of the Dirty Laundry store of my friend,
a black owned bitch. I
don't do the friend buddy discount. I pay my friend KT for his merchandise. Right. I will pay you for ET in LA. Yeah, I will give you all sit up here and shout out my platform because we are supporting each other. It is a community, and that's what the man. That's
the whole thing we preach. Like our Just a Dope Ass podcast. Like everything that we do, everything we touch. ET in LA, the Dirty Laundry skate team, Dirty Laundry clothing line itself. All of us, like, we operate with the mentality of Nip, not even really knowing that we do. Like the entrepreneurial spirit, like everybody in this building might have a day job, but at the end of the day, we're doing something to provide ourselves with entrepreneurial freedom and financial freedom. And a lot of that, I think, comes from the literacy of people that we admire and the people we have an affinity for, like Nip. Like Nip was a person that, as much, like, don't get me wrong, I watched Rockefeller from my earliest, like, and I always just go back to this because of my affinity for Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. The building of that business did not make me feel like I could go do it myself. Like I'm not gonna even say that. Watching Nip made me realize
1,000%.
Like I watched Nip.
When
I watch Nip, and like you listen to Nip, you be like, oh yeah, bro, I could do this. Like Nip from the blocks that I'm from. Like I know the areas that Nip from. I know his struggles. It's a relationship in regards to like the struggle.
He spoke about his struggles and his success, like at the same time. Like, and it made you feel like, yo, I can do this shit too.
I think that's what I mean by that's like when I say Nip is like tangible. Like Nip wasn't selling me like a dream. Like you could do it too. He's like, no, bro. Like I'm gonna teach y'all like how I'm gonna really get
I'm not just gonna tell you that you can do it too and leave you to go figure it out. Like I'm gonna tell you and I'm gonna give you the
inspiration and like, hey, this is really good. You all can do it too. I feel
like he was giving it back the same way it was given to him. Like he wasn't getting charged through Ross. He wasn't getting charged through Jay. Like they was actually giving him the resources because
it was even rumored at one point he was gonna be, when Maybach Music was at its height. He was supposed to be Maybach West. He was supposed to sign with Maybach and
he didn't want to.
He stayed independent. And again, I think that realizes
his own, bro.
That's my whole thing, bro. People fail to realize like Nipsey Hussle's first label album was Victory Lap. Like, stop and think about Hustle in the House, the Marathon Continues, all of this stuff. Like, Hustle did that on his own, bro.
Yep. Like he said, I made my first million on my own.
Yeah, like, we all posting these videos. Don't just post the videos because you like how he looked in that video. Really listen to what the fuck he was saying.
Yes.
When everybody posting that video when he was young and he had no diamond chains on, listen to what the fuck he's saying, bro, please.
Buying the block back, like.
Please.
That right there. If
17, 18 years old, bro.
If you consider yourself a fan, if you consider yourself somebody who stood for Nip, stood by Nip, whether you're a fan like us, just a couple degrees removed, or you're somebody who right up under him, it's your obligation. To me, it's damn near your duty to ensure that the marathon continues. Like, don't get out here and just post these cool memes and let what he stood for and what he did die. Buy the clothes. Keep building our community. Like, don't let him just be the beacon. He did what he did, and honestly,
God, I needed that laugh.
I'm sorry. I wish I could bring him.
I wish I could see, bro. Everybody, Skate Dude came early today. He
threw me off, but I needed that. That was good.
For those that don't know, man, it's a serious episode. But Skate Dude is a guy who comes by the shop every fucking time we're recording, coincidentally, and he just waves at us. He comes by like 3-4 times per episode. It just waves. And just, I don't know why. Like, he was just a beacon of light right now. But Shout out to Skateboard Guy.
Saying the same shit, but
I don't think nobody can really fully grasp a thought, so a lot of it is just going to be repetitive things said.
Yeah, but it's just like
I definitely get what you're saying, TJ. Like, just don't let this man light shine out. Like, really live by.
And his light is not just tied to him. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody that's saying that Nip impacted you, his light is not just tied to him. So when he lives in you. If he impacted you the way that we saying and the way that we posting and all that, like, I see people like just saying that y'all got through TJ and other people that I truly respect and I truly know that for a fact what they saying is real. Like, it's more than just T-shirts and murals. Like, that man gave us an ideology. He gave us a mindset. He gave us something to think by and something to live by. And he really taught us and showed us what something could be and how we can manifest and make our dreams come reality. And how it can be bigger than us. Like, how sometimes your dream is for everybody. It's not just for you.
Bro, on levels. Like, it's just like it's just like on levels. Like, you hear the nigga talked about, like, spirituality and your energy. Like there's really no level.
Like who else was speaking that?
That exactly. Like I
Like,
want.
Who else was talking? Yeah, like gang shit, energy, like all
feel
of this.
me?
Like he
Nobody
really was for
talking that, bro.
like when
He
on
was
Blue
for the
Laces when he said like I'm the spook by the door. This the infiltration. Like for those that don't know and don't understand this man's lyrics, Spook by the Door is a book and a movie that is made about a black man who was hired by the CIA when the CIA was trying to find basically turn niggas into like it's just a watch the movie. I'm sorry.
Just watch the movie, man.
Just watch the movie. Listen to what this man was saying in these songs.
I actually watched the movie. I didn't read the book. I heard the book obviously was more in detail. The movie still gave great light on the way the government operates in the inner city and in the black community itself. Again, watch the movie. Great.
Yeah, and it's just like.
Also, shout out to Nick Cannon. Apparently, he talked about he was going to continue the Dr. Sebi documentary. So,
and
you're lying, bro.
And
that's what he said.
Nick Cannon
that's what I've seen posted. I don't know if he said that, but that post has been circulating.
And with everything that Nick does, I 100% believe Nick would do that. And let me say something. Kudos to that man. Thank you. I'm glad someone who I like have faith in said that they would
try to bury that man.
You have to understand. People forget that Dr. Sebi. For those that don't know,
against court.
He went against the U.S. government and won.
In 1985 and won and proved that he cured 10 people of AIDS.
Understand what that
virus.
And for those that don't, and I know like untimely deaths somehow always happen to anyone who was connected to this man or happen. I'm not here for the conspiracy theories. Like there's enough information involved with the investigation of Nipsey Hussle's assassination for people to be able to understand and do their own research.
People just jumped on that just quick, like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it was a lot. I think if you reach for stuff, you can find whatever you need. It's like if you go through somebody's phone, you're gonna find whatever you want, whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to frame this in a way that's not super. But I just understand what people were saying about the conspiracy. That's what I'm saying.
Lisa Left Eye Lopez at the time of her death, people don't understand when she went to she traveled to go see Dr. Sebi when she died. Like when she died in that car accident in Honduras, she was on a trip to see Dr. Sebi.
Oh, you're lying, bro.
Yes, no, she made points that she was going to do a documentary about Dr. Sebi as well. Then Lisa Left Eye Lopez died in a car accident. Dr. Sebi, by the time he was starting to reach fame and notoriety, he was arrested and died in a Mandela-like way inside of a prison cell. This is a man that was completely healthy and lived a life that led him to have, not completely healthy, but a man who was relatively healthy and lived a lifestyle that reflected and was healthy for other people. So of course this man who lived and died by this lifestyle, you would think that his health was in a place, but Dr. Sebi died in a jail cell, sir. Like,
now see,
and then after that, Nip decides that he wants to do a documentary about him, and this happens. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here for the. I'm just. I'm stating the facts of why people made that connection and understanding that there are a lot of deaths that are tied to celebrities who want to bring this man to light. That's all I'm saying. I'm not tying that into a conspirity theory. I'm saying why people started to run with it. The 33, Jesus died at 33, and it was a lot of other things.
Nas verses when he was like,
yeah, even
that's 20 16 a piece. That's 32.
Yeah, even with I was about to even RZA Islam. RZA, I'm sorry, not to cut you off. I just want to get these points out because there's a lot of conspiracy, and I want to hit all the points that people are making this conspiracy theory with, because we're not going to disclose or talk about the information we know in regards to who assassinated, how it went, and any of that. We're not going to discuss that. That is one thing I'm very staunch on. But what sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, that's my TI like vocabulary, all my 9-letter words.
I know, so. I'm not trying to be a dick. If I find anything to give me a giggle, dog, I'm
no, any beacon of light, bro, right now. But like I understand that, and even like RZA Islam pointed out that like the LAPD have been doing military like drills.
I've seen that.
Also, like people were like the LA County sheriffs just did a mass hire of 120 people, and it's just a bunch of conspiracies.
Another thing too, talking about there hasn't been like no gang violence in a while.
And I think a lot of people. I don't want to say that it's not been any gang violence, because I'm not a person that's like heavy enough in every hood and every street to know that.
I think there has been a war.
It may not have been a war, but also another thing for me that kind of like I think kind of added to people's conspiracy theory, and for me, just when you're in the loop, like for those that are in LA, like the Rolling 60s are like a very heavily present gang in every place in this world. Like we went to Grambling, and people in Shreveport were banging neighborhood 60s. Like it was a neighborhood 60s in Shreveport. Yeah. So
where's that at?
In Shreveport, Louisiana. It's northeast Louisiana. It's by
north, like it ain't even like
it's northeast Louisiana. It's like maybe an hour away from Grambling. Yeah. So it's top of the state. So yeah, but for us, like I don't know, when you look at, I could just understand when people have the information they have about Big U, and Big U has a community grant from the city of Los Angeles to make sure he diffuses any gang beefs that happen, and he's basically, there's funds allocated to this man to be able to make sure he secures whatever he needs to be able to have a relationship with different gangs to be able to eliminate things such as this and things that happen like this. So I understand why people were reaching and wanting to make it seem like
people just want answers.
Of course. Of course. And for me,
reach.
And for me, it was somebody that was so loved, and your mind gets to wondering and
Absolutely.
running, and you're like, you can do it all, and Jesus died at 33, and Pimp C died at 33, and
I don't need the Jesus died at 33 thing, and I'm not trying to completely just be, super tinfoil hat with the conspiracies, because I don't like that shit myself. But a man who was taking on Big Pharma with Dr. Sebi, like, that comes to light.
That,
you put doctors out of business. You put a lot of things. You're shaking the table.
Well, I wouldn't even necessarily say that you're putting doctors at risk. You're putting the money that the government gets.
Big Pharma. That's what we say when we mean Big Pharma. Big pharmaceuticals. Anybody who fucking Martin Shkreli, anybody who takes an AIDS pill and flips it and makes it 35 times more. Anybody who runs up diabetes medication. Anybody who insulin is like now 300% higher than it's ever been. Like, please understand the impact of Big Pharma and what they do and how they do it. Insurance companies, operate. Universal healthcare is being taken away. Insurance companies are skyrocketing the prices of stuff. And so when you come forward with the man who cured AIDS.
Hey, there was a lot of other things that he cured too, bro. It wasn't
No.
That.
And he was basically like when you cure AIDS, when you cure a thing that anything, like he was basically a person that said, all of the food we eat, the mucus that we
holding mucus in your skin.
The mucus is what kills us. Is basically what he said. He said he removed mucus, and that's how he would cure things, and he would allow. And so again, I haven't enlightened myself.
Research for yourself.
Yeah, I haven't enlightened myself on his work enough to where I can feel like in this moment I can speak how I like to speak about stuff.
But I definitely say that this is a plus side too. The fact that everybody's leaning towards this conspiracy, because for the simple fact that now people who weren't aware are aware of who this man is, and they can go do the research for themselves.
There's a positive plus side to it if you take the
whatever gray line that you need to find to be able to carry out Nip's mission.
That's what I mean.
If you need
carry out what he's still.
Exactly.
If you need to fucking say it was about Dr. Sebi for you to be able to go, if you a vegan and you go, I don't know nothing about gangbanging, but I know something about Dr. Sebi and I feel like he was killed behind Dr. Sebi, fine. I'm okay with that if that's your motivation to keep his vision going. Whatever we have to do to keep this man's vision going in a positive manner to fully represent him, and if whatever motivation you need, if it's about your eating, if it's about buying back the block, if it's about stopping gang violence, if you just don't want to see another black man, successful or not, celebrity or not, if you don't want to see them die in vain.
It starts with us too, bro.
No, without a doubt, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
I have friends that have been killed. I have it's the it's
facts, bro.
And it's like I was watching something like everybody. You guys know who Bone is, right? Bone is for those that don't know, Bone is a gang member who was from Athens. Okay, so do you remember Training Day when Denzel Washington went up into the jungles and Terry Crews was standing right there? And the nigga walked up and said, like, I appreciate what you did for my nephew. Bone is a real ass gang member. For those that don't know, he
approved that movie too to be shot in the jungles.
He approved that movie to be shot in the jungles. He also has another movie called Bastards of the Party where he kind of explains gang violence, how it came about, and the ideology behind it. One of the points that he made was that we call each other nigga because it makes it easier to do something to a nigga. You can't. It's hard. It's very hard to run up and rob your brother. It's hard to run up and say, brother, give me your car. Brother, take that watch off. I'm gonna kill you. Like the self-hate that we have and how we identify ourselves is a lot of what makes it easy for us to
feel nigga.
It's something that makes it so easy, I think. And even in my moments, like when I was just watching this, and of course I've seen the movie and when he was pointing it out and saying it, like I'm like, damn, like in my moments of being heated and when I'm going to do harm to somebody who look like me, more times than not, you a nigga in that moment. Like, I'm finna go do this to this nigga, or like I caught this nigga slipping. Like, everybody I have an affinity for, I try to make a conscious effort not to even call him nigga. I call him bro or something like my brother, like
King.
Yeah, like God. King. Like, yeah, like even people fuck around and be laughing when I be like, yo,
what
up, King? Like, I'm trying so hard, bro. Like,
what up, God? What up, King? From here on out,
bro. Yeah, like even, bro, like, it's just certain shit is just like I'm trying to show.
We have to be the one. We have to be the catalyst. We have to be the vessels to allow ourselves to make sure that this.
It starts with the simplest change, just how you identify somebody else. Like, and I know people feel like it's like when people see black. Hey, what's up, Queen? Like, to me, that shit is fucking like.
It's
awesome. Real. It's a change. Awesome, when you see another black and you king, beloved, like whatever it is that you calling this person that's out of love, that's not nigga, and it's not like we took nigger and made a nigga and it's a term of endearment, and now we gonna eliminate nigga and include bro, king, God.
I'm just gonna put this out there, man. I dare, as a culture, as a black race, I dare us to stop saying that word, to addressing us in another fashion. I dare.
Right there, the first step is just like in empowering us is this. How about we do that? Like amongst us, we stop calling each other nigga. We stop doing that. Like we start to.
I dare us to stop calling each other niggas.
There it is. Like that's the first step. If
From
that's the first step,
it has to be king. It has to be God. It has to be some term of enlightenment. Period.
Yeah, and just in everything, like how we spend in our like just everything, bro. Like just
honestly, let's. I'm gonna just throw this out there. If you look at everything that Nipsey Hussle ever like took in, like he was getting paid from Puma.
Without a doubt,
he wasn't out there.
See my granny on the jet. See my granny on the jet. The first thing,
everything was in house. The money was coming to him. Why? Because he was never about that.
Us. Like it's the same shit that we preach. Like when we in here and we be like, when I'm really on some shit, like I'm not fuck other clothes. Like if it's not like it's really. It's
regular fucking price.
If you go kill yourself over this Supreme resale, you can go cop.
You can go cop a At every level, he was like even. You know, people talk about
$35 for a shirt, bro.
What you see sometimes impacts you more than somebody saying something. Like you could, at every level, it was like through and through. And I guess like why I say it's bigger than music. Like you think of, I don't know, you might watch some old timey movie or some shit, and they talk about men of honor and men of like it sounds corny until you like run upon it like a man of principle. And it's like shout out to Keith. Like Keith did this story, and he said something that hit home. He's like I'm a grown ass man, and I'm a grown up. I'm fully confident and love myself and have confidence and enjoy being me. Like I love being TJ. But you look at Nip, and Nip is another grown man, not too far from my age bracket, and I go, fuck, I almost want to be that nigga, not be like him. Nip gave you a thing. You can look at all these artists, but I want to be rich like you. You can look at other artists. I want to be rich like you. I want to have money. You look at Nip and go, I want to be able to move and resonate the way this man resonates, and it was, and that's it, yeah. Bro.
Like, and that's one thing people don't understand. It's easy to walk into a room with a lot of diamonds on, and people be like, "He's rich." It's easy to walk in with flashy clothes on or talk about your comp. Nip didn't walk in the room and need to be like just as a person who's been in a room with him, like just a person who's in a room who's been in a room with him before. Bro, with all his chains that he would wear, you didn't fuck with Nip. When Nip had an air of respect about himself. Like when you have an air of respect about yourself, like it's something about you, bro. Like how you carry yourself. That lets people know, like I can't even, like, you know, you don't even
finagle this nigga.
Yeah, like now you don't even want to talk about bullshit around it. Yeah. Like you don't even want to talk about bullshit around him. Like that's how, like, you ever get in the presence of a motherfucker that you be like, only thing I can talk about right now is work and business and shit that I'm actually doing. I can't walk up on this nigga and be like, yo, this happened and this, and like he don't want to hear that. Like it's not even something that's like it's not even about like he's about progress. He's about certain shit, bro, and it's just like you had like he inspired you that way. Like Nipsey was one of those people, bro. When you looked at him, when you heard his lyrics, when you heard what he was doing, when he say, just close escrow to commercial units, like that didn't like racks in the middle. When he said that, bro, that didn't make me envious. That didn't make me hate. Like that motivated me, bro. When he did Hustle and Motivation, and he even to talk about that, bro, and like how he brung to light like just everything. Like he brought forward like anybody who want to use Hustle and Motivation beat, feel free. And he even said like how he got to use it. And he was like, bro, the Annie beat, when Jay-Z got it, when he paid for him to use it, he paid for anybody after him in hip hop to be able to use it. So you don't have to clear the anything with nobody else but Jay now. If you in hip hop, that's how Hustle and Motivate came about. Wow. You don't have to clear with nobody else, but it's like even like, and I know that don't seem like a big thing, but like the passing down of just information like that to tell niggas like, bro, this is a beat that is like worldwide and you can pass and you can use. Like he did that, bro. Like how many niggas would have been just kept that jug in the pocket that Hove owned certain shit that he sampled. The only thing you got to go to do with him is clear it. Like that you don't have to go to these white people no more. Like when Hove paid his $1 million or $1.5 million to be able to use it 10 years ago, that was for the culture. Like the passing of the knowledge and the torch where it's like, I don't know, bro. Like when we listen to Pac, and Pac always said, like, yo, I'm not gonna change the world, but I'm gonna spark the mind that's gonna change the world. When I look at Kendrick, when I look at Cole, when I look at Nipsey, I look at that. When I look at Hove, talk about Hove did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. To me, that resonated with Nipsey, that resonated with Ross, that resonated with certain people that try to make sure that we don't have to go through what they went through. And I don't know. I just appreciate bro for that. Like I appreciate him. Like just rest in peace, Nip. Like God bless that man's soul. God bless that man's family. Like if I haven't said it enough, like I appreciate what you've done, bro. I appreciate the foundation you laid. All right, KT, just something just happened at the shop. Not something serious, but something just happened. But
just keep that man's legacy alive,
please.
Like we've been saying. I don't like you. You take whatever you feel about how he passed, whatever theory, but look at, like we said, Sebi. Look at business wise. The man taught you how to move and isolate within ourselves. Like we are big.
Creating a STEM program in LA. Yes. Tomorrow he had a meeting about stopping gang violence in LA with the LAPD.
We are capable enough on our own. Like
we are.
Today he did.
We started our own Black Wall Street. Like it was us. We have the juice.
But yes,
we can do this.
We have to start valuing ourselves, and it was beyond refreshing to see somebody who quote unquote made it and goes out of their way.
Not just made it. He made it where he made it from. Where just like you said, Cole don't impact you like that, bro. Because you know why? The life that you knew and the life that you were raised in.
But I'm taking this out of the LA box. Like this is
no. I'm again
on a national world level.
Neighborhood rolling 60s is in every state, as we just said. So when Nipsey was saying that he was a neighborhood nigga that made it, that was not just a statement. That was like I'm a nigga on the block that lived in so many worlds. That statement meant so many things. It's not just like you from LA and I get it. Yeah, like it's a ghetto everywhere, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The difference between him and Cole for me. I watch Cole, I hear Cole, but I can't say the same. I can't keep saying the same thing enough. I watch Nipsey make moves and teach me how to move just through music, let alone if I was like in his presence. Cole might tell me like, you know, some shit how to love myself on the inside, but like Nipsey did both. It was just the deeper thing.
I feel like Nipsey's approach to it was a lot different. Like he gave it to you like, yo, like nigga, I'm your dad. I'm teaching you how to do this shit. You know what I mean? Like
Nip's thing
to
me,
bro gave you dad lessons from a big homie perspective.
It wasn't like it was bigger than vibes. Like it was
videos, bro. He was like, I'm gonna tell you because I love you, my nigga. Like I ain't gonna tell you just because of this shit. Like, cause he was like, if I ain't love you, I would have did it for myself, but I'm giving you the game. I'm giving you the word because I love you, my nigga. Like I felt that shit, bro.
Without a doubt, man. And it's just like, again, man. At this point, I feel like for fucking 40 minutes we've been repeating the same thing, but it's just an attempt to get a grasp on things.
It needs to be reiterated.
That's it.
Yeah,
just long live.
Just long live.
Don't let that man's legacy die.
Please, like just.
I feel like that needs to be reiterated. Period.
Support black businesses. Support your community. Start your own fucking business.
Support black. Period.
Get 5, 6, whatever your niggas. Get a couple thousand together. Buy a franchise. Like y'all, like it can be done.
Please do. Thank y'all. Thank everybody that's tuning in. Thank everybody who's just. Yeah, man. Just appreciate y'all. Anybody who's keeping Nipsey's.
In conclusion, keep the man's legacy alive, man.
Long live Nip, man. Please, long live Nip.
With that being said, guys, I don't know how y'all feel about it.
Yeah, I'm done, man. Like I ain't really got too much more to say. This was just really like an impromptu.
I thought that was the end.
Yeah, no, that's the end. I'm about to cut it off. This was just an impromptu thing. We do have another episode that we'll put up, but right now we feel like this is more so what the people needed. Like this more so what the people wanted. Like to skip by this or to glance over this, it wouldn't have been doing that man justice, his legacy justice, and the impact that he's had on us justice. So we thank Nip. We thank Black Sam. We thank anybody who had anything to do with that man and his vision coming alive. Cornell, Adam, anybody, man. Like,
buy his album again. Yeah. Buy Marathon clothes. Don't just send prayers and love. Yeah. Send support.
Yeah, Kabi Supreme, everybody, bro. Anybody that had anything to do with that, like any neighborhoods, any 6-0s, like be safe, my nigga. I love y'all, bro. Just be safe. That's just really it, my nigga.
Period.
That's it.
I didn't even know we could do that.
Oh yeah, we can. But yeah, man, that's just pretty much it. We gonna end it right there. But thank everybody for tuning in, man. Again, rest in peace, Nip, bro. We love you. Yeah, man, that's just it. Just a dope ass podcast. Well, I'll let y'all later.